Hi, I'm Arthur D. Dickens, and welcome to Dream Vision Content Productions. There are two sets of successful people. Number one, those that are willing. Number two, those that are complaining. One group is successful in complaining in what they do not feel like doing. Rather, the other group is successful in doing what it takes. Here's the real truth of the matter, my friends, is that sometimes we're not going to feel like doing certain things. Right. We're not going to feel like waking up early or, doing it. But guess what? It's not about what we feel, it's what we're committed to. And that's what I want to talk to you today about. Remember, today's audio lesson is on the four keys of success. Okay? The four keys of success. Key one, divorce your feelings. Divorce your feelings. There's going to come a time in our life, right, where we're going to have so much to do, right? Early mornings, late nights, wake up, do it all over again, come up with different games, success game plans, and it's more stuff to do because business is business. We know business, but guess what? It's not about what you feel. What you feel. Persistence falls into one quadrant. It falls into one category. What is that? Action. Are you willing to really do what it takes? Are you willing to divorce? I dare you to divorce your feelings. You have to tell yourself that. I must be willing to commit, right? I must be willing. I must make an obligation. It must be a first priority, not just a tax, right? I have to divorce my feelings. It doesn't matter if, I might have a paper to do or I might have 3 or 4 projects. It's not you might be tired sometimes, right? You might be tired. You might even be tired or working the 9 to 5. It's not forever, but it's temporary. But you have to what? Divorce your feelings because it's not going to last like that always. But it's what you constantly tell yourself. It's what you constantly feed yourself, right? So, key two, become committed to your vision. Remember that your vision is your outcome. That is your focus. I must be committed to what is it that you want to do in life? What motivates you? Even if nobody else around you motivates you, push you, encourage you, tell you that you got it. Good job. Your dream and your goal and your vision is your biggest motivation. Right? That is your inspiration. Okay. Key three: turn broken focus into fixed focus. What are you focused on? What are you focused on? Why is your focus broken? Ask yourself that. You have to sit down and have a personal conversation with yourself on these things. Why is my focus broken? Because some things are not always going to go right. Go right. It's not always going to work out according to your plan. Maybe sometimes, but not always. Right? And here's the thing: sometimes our focus is broken due to what we're focused on the most, which is our circumstances. Just because something don't always go right, or some of us, we're similar people, but we're all different in a way. Some people might look at the situation as, okay, yeah, it's temporary, we get over it. And then some people might look at that, hey, you know what, this has been going on too long, I can't do it. What is going on? So the difference between you and the other person, y'all might be going through the same thing, but it's the approach, it's the outlook. One, you might outline your situation as eternity, then another person might grade their situation as temporary. Which is most likely to succeed? The person that complains about it, right? Or the person that is willing? The person that is willing. Why? Because his focus is not on the situation, right? Their focus is on the outcome, which is the vision, That is their motivation. So their focus is no longer broken. They find that they somehow found a way and really understood the purpose. See that? The purpose behind the vision, behind their goals, behind their dreams. Now they no longer have to keep complaining or living their life miserable because of something that is temporary. We're going to get hit by a lot of things in life, but as I always say that your success is determined by you. Okay, so key four, last not least, key four: practice daily discipline. These are very simple, my friends. Four keys to success. Practice daily list discipline. You have to discipline yourself. I like to say you have to diet your mind, because if you're always feeding your mind junk, then that's what you're going to what to produce. But if you're thinking how, if you take on a healthy mentality, right, then your life will be healthy. Your decision, your decision thinking will be up the part. But it's what you deposit inside of yourself. That's what determines your outcome. If you're setting goals and one of your goals does not work out, does not mean that you stop. No, keep disciplining yourself every day to be better than you was before, to be better than yesterday. Because what you do today determines tomorrow, right? And whether you make a good decision or a bad decision, you still have a future. You can have a good future, a bad future. You can have a successful future or unsuccessful future. But your future, right, goes right back to what you deposit in today. Ask yourself, are you really divorcing your feelings? I want you to sit down and really go through all four of these keys. Really ask yourself, am I really divorcing my feelings? Or am I complacent in my feelings? Right? Am I really becoming committed to my vision? Am I really committed to my vision? Or am I committed to my circumstances or the problems? Why is my focus broken? And the good thing, you can do this as well. You can write down all the things that is going on, the your weaknesses versus your strongness, right? Your weakest point, your strongest point. But what you really need to focus on is the things that you're weak in, because you master the other things, right? But the things that you're most weak in is something that you really need to work on, right? That comes with discipline, which number it could be anything. See, success doesn't just fall in one area or one aspect. It's not just finances or money wise or anything that look. The greatest success is personal. It's inside. You should focus on bettering yourself, right? That comes through dieting your mind. Whatever you take in, that's what comes out of you. If you're always thinking negative things, right, then you're going to what? Do negative things. If you're thinking positivity, then you're going to produce positive things, right? But if you're never operating for these keys, you will never be successful. I guarantee you, because there's going to come a point in time in your life where you're going to have to divorce your feelings. You're going to have to be committed to your vision. You're going to have to turn your broken focus into fixed focus. You're going to have to practice daily discipline. You're going to have to discipline yourself every single day. Number four, honestly, backs up all the way from 1 through 3, because you have to discipline yourself from the beginning, right? And how disciplined you are, that determines your outcome. that determines your success. I said this one time in the audio as well. I mentioned this even I was Facebook Live. I said that if you have a mindset of determination, if you have a mindset of I can, then there's no room for I can't. It's not that you can't do it, right? It's not that you can't do it, but it's what you're willing to do. It's what you're willing to do. So ask yourself, am I really doing what it takes to really be successful? Am I really successful in all four of these keys? Yeah, you want the business, right? You want to start up that business? Go for it. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur or a successful businessman or woman. Everybody wants great things in life. But guess what? Out of everybody that I know that's successful, they flow in all four of these areas. They're working, right? And still is working in all four of these keys. Four keys to success. They're doing it. But you have to be willing to do what it takes as well. You have to be willing to do what it takes. Because even though you might have, okay, let's just say this, even though you might have the money, right, to start your business or whatever thing that you like to do, whatever passion that you have. Okay, let's say you have the money to start it up. All fine and good, goes well. There comes a time in your business, in your company, where something around that area is not going to go according to what you thought it was going to be. So, true successful people does what? They keep going. They win no matter what. They don't spend most of their time worrying about the problem or the issue or what took place. Right? They're finding what solutions, and that's what you have to do. You have to find a solution. You can't find a solution being complacent in your feelings, right? Which is key one. Divorce your feelings. You can't find solutions, right? If you're not focused on your vision, which is key two, become committed to your vision, right? You can't find solutions if your focus is what? Broken. Your focus has to be fixed. If your focus is fixed, then you're only thinking about what solutions. Why? Because you're disciplined, which is key for you. You see how that flows together? Because you're disciplined, you have to practice daily discipline. You have to discipline yourself every single day in all area. Even if it okay, let's get down to some personal stuff. You're going through mental illness. You're going through relationship problems. Hmm? The only way that you can be healed, the only way that you can be set free, right, is if you intake what is needed into your mind. Because there are some things that you're simply going through that you really don't have to go through it, but you're in it because you have not learned how to master these four keys of success. These four keys will lead you to your success in every area in your life. But you have to make a conscious decision to want to do it. You have to be willing to do it. Because there are going to be more things that come in your life. As long as you live, you're still going to face things. You're still going to go through things. It's not going to stop. But you have to be able to what? Handle the situation, to handle the process. Don't fight the process. You have to be willing to go through the process because your success is actually in your struggle. their success is actually in the struggle. So, last but not least, I leave this last tip, this last nugget with you all. Okay, I don't know what you're doing currently, but I want you to just stop and think. Ask yourself, ask yourself, do I want to continue to live my life mediocre, or do I want to live my life in abundance? Ask yourself that right now. Do I want to have a poor mentality or a rich mentality, where you you rather have beans, caviar, or just paraphrasing, you know? Ask yourself that, because it's gonna take you having a disciplined mindset in order to have great success. And it starts personal. The greatest success. See, success first starts on the inside. Somebody had a determination, a great vision, a dream to build a skyscraper, and guess what? They did it. Only through what? These four success keys. They divorced these feelings because somebody told them that they couldn't do it, but they overlooked that. That was committed. They became committed to their vision, to their passion, something that they love to do. It doesn't matter what their friends may say, right? They didn't care about that. They said, look, my focus is on my vision. And they became disciplined. They became disciplined in what they love to do. They became disciplined in the mind, in the way they think. Every great person was once in a state of mind of discomfort. You know, people told them that they couldn't do it, and some of them might have listened to them. They made mistakes. They messed up, but they're successful today because of all that. See, the struggle and what you face is necessary, but you can't be so much focused on where you're in to it cause you, right, not to produce something great. The only person that can stop you from producing something great, and for you to become successful, is yourself. But it starts with these four keys of success, my friends.